Hello and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. So this is a game I had the other night on Live Oaks, playing my VK100.01P. Basically it's a tier 8 prototype of the mouse. It leads up to the mouse basically. It's part of that heavy tank line, and yeah, it's a bit of a turd. It's horribly slow. It doesn't have a very good gun. Well, it does good damage and decent penetration, but the gun handling is atrocious. And the armor is good against equal and lower tiers, but once you end up in a tier 9 and 10 match, it's pretty useless. More so than most other tier 8 vehicles, because the armor is like, it's one trick. So why am I playing this turd of a tank? Well, for a very long time I've been stuck on HT12 of the 3rd campaign. I could maybe skip it with a mission, with an order, but I'm gonna save those for the 4th campaign. And well, it's a 2-part mission. You have to do 2,000 hit points of damage. That's not a big issue. Tier 8 and higher, that's pretty much any decent match. But then you have to block 3 times the hit points of your vehicle in damage. And damage blocked by armor in World of Tanks, it's not like all damage blocked by armor actually counts as damage blocked by armor. You, like, if you are trying to tank with your tracks, as it's called, via side scraping and stuff, and your tracks eat the shot and you don't take any damage, that doesn't count. If the shot is blocked by something else and it doesn't do damage, sometimes that doesn't count, sometimes it does. If you are hit by high explosive and your armor completely or partially block the damage, that doesn't count. And if you combine that with the fact that when most players are faced with a heavily armored vehicle, they either load premium or they just shoot at something else, or they load high explosive and do some minor splash damage. Meaning that this is a mission that's very much dependent on what the enemy team actually does to you. Like this Tiger. Luckily for me, he has elected to just fire regular armor-piercing ammunition at me. And I'm up to 840 block damage already. You can see the GW Panther, the enemy artillery, did splash me for 76 damage. His gun does something like 5 or 6 or maybe even 7, I don't remember, 100 points of damage on average. So you would think that meant that, hey, my armor did block many hundred hit points of damage. But that doesn't count. T28 prototype. Decently armored. My regular ammo did not penetrate. And yes, we have lost the south. I am hoping some of our faster tanks are returning to base to defend, while me and the KV are advancing towards the enemy base. Also, I am hoping that our light tanks can deal with the enemy artillery, but one of them just died. And, well, I don't remember what happens to the EBR, but I don't think he lasts very long. Yeah, he's almost dead already. So I did block a shot from the Super Hellcat there, but it didn't register. My counter is still at 840. So I'm hoping that maybe if I cap, I can take some pressure off of our guys in defending our base. And also hoping that maybe the tank destroyer with me here, the SU-122-44, maybe he can deal with the artillery, because he's decently mobile. KV-3 is throwing his hit points away. And he's about to die. So here we have that Super Hellcat that hit me earlier. I put a big round into him. Sadly, the SU seems to have died. But I have done the damage portion of my mission. So hopefully if I just sit here in the cap and take shots, I can actually get this blocking thing done. Up to 3,000 already. $4,005. Should really just ignore that Super Hellcat, and there, finally, mission accomplished. And now I'm just ecstatic that finally I've done this mission. Don't really care too much. I should really just have kept facing the Progetto and ignored the Super Hellcat. Anyway, that's a defeat. I don't care. I am just really glad I could finally do this mission and continue down the heavy tank campaign. The remaining missions, there are a total of 15, this was the 12th. Don't seem too difficult. Well, they're not easy, but they are at least a little bit more dependent on what you do than what the enemy team does. Well, post-game stats, it's whatever, it's a mission accomplished, that's all I care about. Thank you for watching, goodbye, and take care.